Opus 4.7 is officially here. No more leaks, the official announcement, and it is out and ready to use. In this video, we're going to take a look at exactly what it offers and then try it out ourselves to see the power of Claude Opus 4.7, which is supposed to be the strongest model to date, second to Mythos, which they only released for enterprises, basically. So with all that being said, let's dive right in. 4.7, I mean, this is super recent. Right now, it's 9:42 where I'm at on Central Time. This was less than 10 minutes ago. So let's see what it offers. First off, compared to the Opus 4.6, which was absolutely incredible, by the way, and that's mainly what we're going to be comparing it to, but I mean, GPT 5.4 is there as well as Gemini 3.1. The agentic coding is at a 64%, whereas the Opus 4.6 is at a 53%. And what I will do is I'm going to skip down to like the most important parts of this, and you can kind of pause it and just look at this graph yourself because you're probably wanting to see it in action. I want to see it in action. I haven't used it yet. I'm going to use it in this video. So you can see it's ahead on agentic coding of everything, except for, again, the Mythos preview, as I mentioned earlier. You can see it on this side of the screen. It is ahead on agentic coding, actually, on the SWE bench verified by 87%, whereas Opus is 80%. Terminal coding, it's ahead on all of this. Multidisciplinary reasoning, which would be really cool. So like the humanities, like recent exam, and these are typically lower, and this is pretty close actually to others. It only has Gemini 3.1 by a couple percent here on the top bracket, and it's actually below with tools. Gemini or GPT is actually stronger with tools than Opus 4.7. That's GPT 5.4. Agentic search, it's a little behind actually on the browser end than even the previous model, which is interesting. MCP, you know, it's higher, and again, over and over, you can see all this. Cybersecurity vulnerabilities, this one's interesting. This is the one that Mythos scored the highest by far, 83%. It's at 73%. Again, actually a little bit lower than 4.6. Graduate level reasoning at a 94%. This is only 0.2% behind GPT 5.4. Visual reasoning is much higher than Opus 4.6 at 82%. It says 69%. And then multilingual QA. So let's go back here. They usually do some quick previews. If they didn't already, they're going to do it later. Again, this is within the last, well, now 11 minutes. This is a substantially better vision, and it can see images at more than 3 times the resolution and produce higher quality interfaces, slides and docs as a result. On the API, a new X high effort level between high and max gives you finer control over reasoning and latency problems, task budgets, which is in beta, and help Claude prioritize work and manage across longer runs. In Claude Code, the new ultra review command runs a dedicated review session that reads through your changes and flags what a careful reviewer would catch. That's really cool. We actually just built a system yesterday using Claude Code because through the desktop app, it is really freaking cool. So we might try that ultra review on our system in this video. That'd be a really good use case for it. Claude 4.7 is available today on Claude AI platform. So let's go take a look at it. All right, guys, we're here. Look at this beauty. It says try Opus 4.7 for your most ambitious work. So I'm going to go ahead and say what I was going to do anyways. We're actually going to switch this up to Claude Code, okay? And once we switch it up to Claude Code, we're going to use 4.7 to do the ultra review because that looks really freaking cool, right? So we'll switch this up. Look at this, 4.7, Opus 4.7. We're going to go ahead and connect it to our project. That way we have everything ready. So you were just looking at the browser version. I'm actually opening the desktop so that I can access my folders and everything, but you can still see it's already updated on Opus 4.7. And when I open up the desktop version, it just asks me if I'd like to update. We have this project on YouTube Scout already, which this project is supposed to scan YouTube for people that are making videos in my related field, or really any field that I want it, but I do my related field and kind of give me ideas on what's doing well. So we're going to try this ultra plan mode. Let's see if it just off the bat can do it. So the main thing I want to try is this new ultra review. So I want you to ultra review my YouTube Scout and see how to make it better. and let's see what this does. It's obviously going to ask for some perms first, open the folder, and hopefully this kind of gives me a more thorough review to make my own system work better. Now you can do this with whatever you're building. If you have anything within Claude Code, you can just do ultra review. Or if you're not on the Claude Code side of things, if you're on just the regular Claude as a chatbot, this is just going to really improve your everyday tasks that you do. It's always hard to say, like, how will this AI update affect you, because it depends on what you do. If you're making spreadsheets, it's probably going to make spreadsheets better. If you're making slides, it'll make slides better. We saw that its visual understanding is a lot better than it was previously, so anything that it can do or build is going to be better. You'll just make a noticeable difference. There will be a noticeable difference for a while until 4.8 comes out from Opus 4.6. So again, this is my first thing when reading it, was this ultra review mode for my projects. I have a working app that's in the App Store, iOS approved. I built entirely with Claude. If you'd like a separate video on that, then leave that down below. This one, again, is just for research purposes for myself, and it's super easy. We made that on my last video if you wanted to see the whole thing made. But now I just want to ultra review it. So enough yapping. Being this is ultra review, this might take a little bit of time. It's been going for about 1 minute and 13 seconds. Again, this whole time I've been yapping a little bit. But at this point, I'll probably just fast forward it for you, unless it happens within the next minute or so, so you can kind of actually see how strong this new version is. So again, we have more approvals here. We're going to allow those, and we're going to let it get to work. So in less than 10 minutes, it approved 10 different fixes to my system that I created. And now I'm going to run it. So let's go ahead and run the system and see how it looks. And then the last thing I want to do is try to improve the UI so you can see it better. All right, so what I did here was I updated the UI, and I could all do this from a script. So we're going to go ahead and try this out. And from the new desktop, we can actually do this straight from our terminal through the desktop by using terminal. That's the new feature that it has. I'm going to go ahead and run this script, searching for your topic in there, Claude AI, instead of just saying your topic. So it found 79 videos. It's running this in the terminal, which again, this update also came very recently, like 2 days ago, to where you can run you have this clean of a visual. And look at that. It found everything I need regarding 24 ways to use Claude well. This channel has 24,000 subscribers, and this video got 53,000 views. So that's number one, because that's from a small channel and got a huge viewership. Check this out, guys. From my single UI improvement, this is my YouTube Scout, and it has the thumbnails, it has the channel, as the viewership, and has a score on the right side. I can even enlarge I can even click these, and it sends me directly to the videos. This is phenomenal results on Opus 4.7 in just a few minutes. I mean, again, if I'm trying to figure out what to make a video on, I can just run whatever topic, just say AI, and it created this whole system for me. And this was kind of created, but before this session, it had 10 different bugs, and it didn't have this UI that I could view very cleanly and see all of this from. So this is a significant upgrade. I'm not sure 4.6 would have given me the same results as this. If you like this video, do all those YouTube things, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video.